You threw yourself into it, didn't you? You seemed to love every minute of it.
Well, I thought it was fine. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was wonderful to be away from England for about 5 weeks. I actually went straight to Australia from New Zealand. I never told my wife that I was going to do this show, you see. She knew I was going to New Zealand, so I had to send her a message saying, I think my trip to the Antipodes has been somewhat extended. Antipodes being a generic term, you see. Anyway.
And that was it, and then you were in the jungle and she had no idea?
No, but I said, you know, just look in your drawers.
Oh.
Darling.
If there's a message. And there was a message.
Oh.
Anyway, but she couldn't have been nicer. My luxury item was when she sent me a poem. Would you believe it? And I think, actually, I teared up slightly on that particular moment.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
You like poetry, though, don't you? You're a bit of a poet yourself.
I have written poems. I went, you know, bore the audience with them now. But
You're not going to get one out, are you? Is that what you're...
Well, I could.
Here's one I've prepared
There
earlier.
were 3 loose women on the show, 4 loose women, and then there was a man. Anyway.
Oh,
Was he called Stan? He might have been.
Now, look, we can't ask you about politics, because obviously we're in the run-up to a general election, but I do
And
want
I'm
to...
father of Boris.
What have you... And father of
Really?
Boris. What? we must ask, because people are going to ask, what have you done here?
Somebody spotted me on telly, and they said, well, that's odd. You've got a sort of funny mark on your cheek.
You've had to have it cut out or burned?
Just
or...
cut out.
Well, we're glad to hear it. Is everyone clear on that now? We're very glad to hear it. Stanley, you were saying there that you kind of teared up a little bit when you got that poem from your wife.
Yes.
And I believe that Kate Garraway, you've got a bit of a soft spot for her in this current lineup. And she was getting a bit teary last night. Did you see it? Missing her children?
Yes, I do wonder about this question about getting teary when you're missing your children. I mean, women seem to do it.
What do you expect, Stanley?
No.
We miss her.
What do you say to myself?
The words to mother.
You signed up to go off to the jungle for 4 or 5 weeks. You know.
But it doesn't stop you getting emotional. You got emotional when your wife sent you a poem.
Well, I teared up for half a second.
Still emotion.
No,
I suppose when you're out there, before you go, you think, yeah, I'll be all right and I've signed up and I'll do it. It's only when you're there, after a couple of weeks, you think, oh, actually, this is really
well, you've
hard.
got to remember, I came from a sort of class and a background where we were sent off to boarding school when we were 6 years old. Do you see what I mean? I never
So did
thought...
you not miss your children?
No, I never thought to ask my mother whether she was missing us. The only thing that I really worried about was had I undone my shoelaces when I took my shoes off and put them under the bed, because that was a beatable offence. If matron discovered that you hadn't undone your shoelaces before you went to bed, well, it wasn't beating as such, it was a slipper.
It sounds traumatic, though. Did you not miss your parents? Like, I genuinely... That childhood, as privileged as it is, sounds traumatic.
See, it was a different world in those days.
Yeah.
It was a different world. You know, parents didn't come and visit their children at school. Well, they did. Mine did come once, actually.
And did you, as a child,
it's different if you go to boarding school.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go to boarding school, so, you know, that's
well, you've come out of this particularly well.
I have.
But Stanley, go back to the jungle.
Parenthood.
I have.
Stanley, just go back to the jungle. What's really interesting about it is you clearly did come from a very different background from all of the other campmates, but you got on incredibly well with them. I mean, Becky Vardy, for instance.
I love them all. I want to tell you, I love them all. Amir Khan, what a guy, what a guy. This is the world welterweight champion. World welterweight champion. And he was just fantastic. I had a conversation with him. We went as follows every day. How are you, Amir? And I would say, Baba Boom. Baba Boom was easy. Baba was when you hit chap 2 with the left, and boom is when you come in with the right. And this is his language he understood.
And talking of boom boom, Betty Vardy's had a bit of a falling out with Colleen Rooney,
sent her an email.
hasn't she?
I sent her a WhatsApp. She sent me such a nice WhatsApp back. She said, thank you.
I love that you're on WhatsApp, Stanley.
Becky
Makes
Vardy.
me happy. The world's in the right place.
I tell you, well, there is actually a WhatsApp group, and would you believe it? I don't want to give away a state secret here, but it's called the Bushtucker group.
Oh, of course. And what did you say to Becky, and what did she say back?
I said to Becky, look, I don't at all understand, but I just want you to know we're all rooting for you. And this lady, anyhow, is about to have a baby. And that baby, you know, is going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing for Becky to, you know, to have.
And what did she say in reply? Was she appreciative?
Said, well, I just gave my phone to someone else, but I could fish it out. But what she said is, thank you so much for your lovely, lovely message. And, you know, it was fine. And basically all I say, the great thing about that show is you do get to know these wonderful, wonderful...
You meet people that you would never necessarily have spent time with.
People. And I still see them. For example, the other day, I went to Shappy Corsandy's new stand-up comedy show. Just superb. You've got to be quick to understand all the jokes. The point about comedians now, they are very quick.
Stanley, can we look forward to Christmas? Because Stacey was telling us she's got a Christmas tree up already. What are your Christmas plans? Are you going to have all the family round?
Well, now, having all the family around would be quite a large exercise because it's quite a large family. I don't need to go into here, but it would take too long if I were to tick off all the children.
You've got a big house, though, haven't you, down in Exmoor? You've got that big farm, you've got plenty of space.
Well, who can tell what's going on? We mustn't get into politics here. There's no way of telling what is going to happen.
We're talking about Christmas.
You mustn't make any assumptions.
Well, let's be honest. You know, your children do have different ideas about the current state of our political situation. I mean, is it going to be awkward around Christmas dinner?
It's never awkward. We are united in our reverence for the institution of the monarchy.
I'm still trying to talk about Christmas.
We sit round and we watch the Queen.
We watch
the Queen.
Family, yeah.
And there's a blissful silence at 3 o'clock, and we watch the Queen, and we think how lucky we are to live in this wonderful country, where this lady, who's 95 years old, maybe not 95,
93.
Justice, I'd like to... Can we reschedule this one? Can we rerun this one?
We got that.
93. Anyway, the same age as David Attenborough, and I say to myself, aren't we lucky to have the Queen and David Attenborough, you know, looking after us?
OK, well, Stanley, as we've got you here, we do want to do our own little Bushtucker challenge. It's called Jungle Jane's Foul Fruits. Yes.
I smell a trick.
And so do we.
And you three don't need to think that you're getting away with it either, because I've got you involved. Dr. Bob, you know, in the medical guy, I'm excused on medical grounds because I'm allergic to papaya.
God!
Papaya?
I'm allergic to papaya. I am.
Since when?
It's true.
Are we eating papaya?
Anyway, no, but it might have the same thing in it, right? Stacey, you have a little cloche under your desk.
Oh,
I saw that and I thought, what on earth is that?
You can bring that out.
Oh, my Lord.
All right, this is not...
Oh, I thought it was one half of Nadia's bra.
Right, so... This is the Kemperdak fruit.
Oh, it looks horrible.
It has a pungent smell that's been described as harsh and penetrating.
Oh, yeah, they're doing it justice.
Oh, my God,
Go
it's
on,
coming
then.
down this end. Go on.
Into there, Stace, into there.
Stanley, you'll go. You can have a bit.
Well,
Right, Kay?
how was it? What do you say it was?
Is it all going to Stanley?
Oh, God, it
disgusting.
whips.
Stanley, that's for you.
It's called Kemperdak fruit.
OK.
Okay.
Right, so
Right, Kay, you've got durian
like it.
fruit.
He likes
I love it.
it. It's that boy's
garbage
Looks like banana. The smell.
my God.
Yours has been linked to white spirit and
the
onions,
smell of that.
garnished with a gym sock. It's banned
I'm up for
on
that, that's
some
lovely.
transport in Singapore because of the smell.
Did you say this was
Watching
durian?
other people.
Durian,
Oh,
yeah.
I know durian. I have been...
Stanley.
He likes durian. He eats durian.
I want to tell you...
Stanley's a fan of
I
this.
have been in Kalimantan, in Indonesia, and there you see the durian trees.
Stanley, eat it, for God's sake!
Nadia next. Right, Nadia. This is noni fruit.
A delicacy, a superb
Go on,
delicacy.
This is noni fruit, also named vomit fruit.
Hang on a minute. Noni fruit.
It's a fruit so foul that shamans use it to scare evil spirits.
Go
it
on,
smells
Nat.
like
Go
rotten
on,
cheese.
stick it in. Go on.
Why am I getting this when I'm the one with a good palate?
Go
You've
on.
had worse.
Well, I can say the
Go on.
durian was fantastic. That's noni fruit.
Sorry. No, you won't be able to eat. Nobody can eat that.
Stanley,
No human.
Come on, Stanley.
Come on,
Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley.
No!
Stanley Johnson, everyone.
Well, I'd say that was a piece of cake.
Oh, I don't know what you're made of.